Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Bloodlines Comics. I'm here with Colton Cleary. I'm Nick Rieger. Today, we are going to be talking about part two. I just realized we're wearing the same shirts.
I wanted to do this anyways. This is
All
good.
right. So, we are currently rolling on from the first video, but we left off talking about that brand new spider suit.
Yes.
So, go ahead and talk
You
to me
want
about
me to
that,
lead off
Colt.
with this one?
Yeah, you're going to lead off with this one. Come on, buddy.
All right. So, I really love the 90s cartoon Spider-Man. So did Nick. We've talked about before on our first episode that we did together. And that suit that Tom Holland comes in wearing in the ending of the movie, I feel like was like the perfect live action version of that 90s cartoon Spider-Man suit. The light blue, the red, the colors were great. And I feel like they've had him relying on electronics and gadgets way too much in technology. And I thought that this was like the perfect moment to have him come in and take, like we had said before, whenever he winded up beating Doctor Strange by using his brain. Now he can just do it with just his brain and his brawn. And like, I don't know, it just shined perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to think about, Tom Holland's had two movies prior to this one, so this is his third one. And there's been two video games that have been released. In the video games, you're mostly relying on a cell phone, and it
Yeah.
shows you where to go and stuff like that. And when Tom Holland comes in, he's Tony Stark's Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And not
Yeah.
just Tony Stark's Spider-Man, but you're in this new age, you know what I mean? This technological age. And like you said, we grew up on 90s Spider-Man. So it's really cool because Robert Downey Jr., he played a perfect Tony Stark. That's kind of what I base the whole Marvel stuff off of, is he kind of kickstarted that. And, he comes in and he's got Tom Holland now, and he's trying to equip him with the best equipment. Well, at the end of this last one, like Colton said, it's this perfect suit, and it's simple. You know what I mean? There's nothing to it. It's there's no, well, we don't know if it's technologically advanced yet,
Yeah, we
but
don't know that, but
from the looks of it, it's this simple, hey, how you doing? Put you on a silver platter. You go web around the city. You know what I mean?
yes. And like you were saying before that, he's already been through 3 movies. I feel like you know, the first movie it was like, okay, he's a teenager. Second movie, he's still in that teenage role. He doesn't feel like an adult yet. And now this movie, it's still kind of, he's heading into college, but it's still not quite that adult Spider-Man that you're looking for. And which in the comics, they moved on well into his adult years as Spider-Man.
Yeah,
So it's weird that the movies have always been stuck on this teenage moment. I feel like by the ending of this movie, it's as if he has already made the full step into being an adult. He looks like an adult. He's acting like an adult. It feels more authentic to me as an adult Spider-Man by the ending of this movie, and as if we are finally closing the door on teenage Spider-Man, and we are ready to move forward into yet another set of trilogy of movies for Spider-Man to be an adult.
yep, absolutely. And the thing is, too, is Tobey Maguire Spider Man, he lost Uncle Ben.
Yes.
Andrew Garfield lost Gwen. And you can argue the fact that and this is probably one of our biggest ones, but Aunt May.
Stop watching now for spoilers.
Yes,
I'll put that
Aunt
out there.
May.
Enough said.
Aunt May. So with Tom Holland, Aunt May is now gone. But you can argue the fact that Peter Parker, Tom Holland's Peter Parker, already lost Tony Stark. And it's kind of like, okay, yes, but that moment with Aunt May, like you said, that pushed him of more an adult. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, here's a line, and here's where he is now. He's crossed over.
Yes. Very big leap for him. And also, Tony Stark did not have those famous lines that everybody is waited to hear, and they just put it off for so long that now it's as if it was forgotten just to be remembered.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I really do think, like you said, you and I are on the same page. Tom Holland is that perfect Spider-Man to transition that from not just because it doesn't make any sense to go back and start over with another teenage Spider-Man.
It doesn't.
You're already on your next phase of Marvel. You know what I mean? Just continue it. Go on.
Exactly. And I wanted to say that because I had seen that on some reports that Tom Holland might be thinking that it's time for them to move on to a new Spider-Man. It's like, why are we throwing away everything we just did to make this one step further just to let it all restart? Let's not restart it. Let's continue the story that we want, that we've waited so long to see. Why can't we not have other Spider-Man come into the picture while we're doing this, Why can't
Exactly.
Miles Morales have his own Spider-Man movie going on while Tom Holland has one doing Peter Parker?
Exactly. And you've already made your way into the Spider-Verse, and okay, this goes back to the James Bond rule: 3 movies, you're done. Okay, Daniel Craig did what? 5 movies?
Yeah, I don't
And
think that's truly a rule because Sean Connery did like 6.
oh dang it! I always forget.
Roger Moore did I think Roger Moore did 4. Don't quote me on that
Dang
one.
it! I think you're right, but
Timothy
I
Drake was his name. He only did 1, and everybody hated his guts. Don't know why. Love him, but
for the longest time though, that's what you heard. And you know what? It might not be true. Throw all what I said out the window.
yeah, Pierce Bronson did like 5.
Shut up, Pierce Bronson. All right. No, but anyways,
Double O
you know,
Seven is another topic for another time. Sorry.
yeah. We're gonna never mind. I screwed up. That's my fault. We're gonna have to do our research. Anyways, don't stop on 3. Continue that story. Give us the storyline. You know what I mean? You did such a good job of bringing in Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and bringing those heartwarming moments because when they're all 3 together, and they're especially when Tom Holland, when he's up on the roof crying after Aunt May, and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come in,
Yep.
and they start talking to him. That's such a heartwarming moment, and it's kind of like, look, you're a Spider-Man, you're a Spider-Man, you're a Spider-Man. And it's literally just like that meme where they're all 3 pointing at each other.
It is a lot like that.
And it's more heartfelt, and it's saying, hey man, don't let this destroy you. We've been through this. You know what I mean? It will
Yes.
get better. Go for it.
This movie was filled with a lot of memorable moments, and that gave this story and plot more thickness to it and more worth. And I think that's why this movie ties with Spider-Man 2, in my opinion. Almost up there with Captain America Civil War. I just love Civil War so much. It's hard to tie it with Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 was one of my all-time faves. So
Well, and it's like you said, I feel like, the younger crowd is obviously going to love Spider-Man, but we got people our age and, older or younger that saw the start of Spider-Man in the movie era. And it, like you said, it brought back so many memorable moments. And it's kind of like, if they brought back Harry Potter, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And Daniel
which they
Radcliffe.
might. We don't know yet, but
I know,
that's
I
another
know.
topic.
I've sent you a couple things about it. We've talked about it.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's going to be, something, but it's kind of like that. You go back to your childhood at the very start of when it all started. You know what I mean? And it's like that. That's what makes you enjoy it so much more.
It is. It's I don't know. It takes you there's a lot that I could say on Spider-Man. We've already got 2 whole videos where we spent to the max time that we could get to talking about Spider-Man. Uh,
Yeah,
so
we will have more.
I'm sure he is one of our all-time faves. We've still got 2 whole volumes that we're looking forward to reading that start you off from the very first publishing of Spider-Man. So um, I think that we have pretty much covered all of our bases on this. So,
Yep.
with that said, We will talk to you on our next video, which will not be about Spider-Man, but you might get
Or it might be. Surprise.
yeah.
It won't be. It won't be.
So till then, see you guys later.